it's Sarah. Okay, I don't care if my camera's crooked. I don't care if things are messed up. I just want to make this video because there's so much going on, so much positive news, kind of. So here's the latest news that's been happening in the past 24 hours. Okay, usually I would start off a video by showing you guys hairy pictures because yes, there are many new hairy pictures from Dunkirk. There was even a video of Harry shaking his ass, which you can find on my Twitter. But haven't you guys noticed that I never talk about Niall in my videos? And do you know why that is? It's because Niall never ever gets mentioned in the media. So that's why I never get a chance to talk about Niall. It's not that I don't like Niall, it's just that there's nothing to report on the guy. But now there finally is something to report on. So yes, Niall actually has a girlfriend. A secret girlfriend that is now not secret. I knew this day would come. Since 2010, Niall has not been dating anybody. This boy deserves it. And guys, I mentioned this on my Twitter, but did you guys notice that this girl is actually not famous? Like the other boys' girlfriends? That's the difference. When Niall actually gets a girlfriend, it's genuine, it's real, they're happy together, she's really pretty, blah, blah, blah. She is not mooching off of Niall. She's not like a Brianna, she's not like a Danielle, a Kendall, an Eleanor, etc. And to be honest, guys, you can even tell since Niall has waited this long to actually be with somebody, you just know it's going to be genuine because Niall doesn't just date to date. He will date once he finds someone he knows he's genuinely attracted to. And that's how you can tell if a relationship's going to last. If you see somebody who just keeps dating somebody, Louis, it just doesn't look that real. So now I think all the boys are with someone. Harry's with Louis, Louis's with Harry. Zayn and Gigi I think got back together. Liam's with Sophia and I think they just got a dog, bless. And now Niall has a girlfriend and I think her name is Celine. Niall and Celine. Naleen? Sile? Naleen. I'm already trying to ship them. And yes, this was such a big deal that oh yes, Niall was trending on Twitter, and that's really funny because usually we get oh no Niall, oh no Harry, blah blah blah. But no, we actually got an oh yes Niall. And we got a lot of high definition pics of Niall and Celine. And if you were wondering where they were at the British Summertime Festival. I'm just happy to see Niall with somebody and really happy. He looks great with her. And not only did we see pictures of him and his girlfriend, we saw a picture, a zoomed in picture, of Niall's ear. And this is not just any ear pic of Niall. It looks like Niall got his ears pierced. In the picture, we don't see a piercing in, it's just a hole. I don't know when he got his ears pierced. It obviously was probably during the break. I'm not an ear piercing expert, so just looking at his ear, I can't tell when he would have got it pierced, but I'm sure it was recent. Oh my god, I can't wait to see a little rhinestone in there with a little N maybe on his ear. And I only saw one side, so I don't know if Niall got both his ears pierced or just the one. Usually guys just get the one, but I've seen guys with two. When I see Niall with earrings on, that's gonna look so good, but I just want to see Harry with earrings. That's just gonna like complete his aesthetic. So I'm so glad that we're seeing Niall more in the media, but it's also for the right reasons. It's nothing really bad, except for when the sun gets involved. So we got some new articles on Niall, and they're not negative per se. So this says exclusive, big news for One Direction fans as Niall Horan gets started on his solo album. New music on the way. Niall Horan is spotted at London recording studio as he finally starts work on his solo album. One Direction star was seen at a high-profile music hub today. Niall has been busy working at the studio and he kept to himself when he popped outside for a cigarette break. He looked like he was in deep thought as he was pacing up and down in front of the building before going back inside to continue work. Okay, so whoa, I just learned two things about Niall that I'm not sure are true. So one, Niall's working on solo albums like Harry. So I guess this means that all the boys are working on solo projects because guys, if Harry has rumors about him working on solo projects and Niall does too, that doesn't mean they're leaving the band. That would only leave Louis and Liam left. So obviously Harry's just working on some solo projects and Niall's working on some solo projects, and you know, that's great because again, as I said, that means that they're maturing as artists. It's pretty normal actually for an artist to do that. But they also said that Niall went out for a smoke break or like smoking a cigarette. I know Louis does that and I don't like him doing that because when you're a singer, that affects your voice in a negative way, obviously. So hearing that Niall now smokes, I hope it's like not a lot. I hope it's like a vape or something. Because if your profession is singing, smoking is just gonna ruin that. I don't understand why people do that. Hopefully it's not gonna become a normal thing for Niall if it is true. But then again, this is the Sun, so maybe they're telling a lie. But regardless of the smoking thing, I'm just glad that Niall's more in the media and there is some positive news about him. I think it's a nice change up because all we're hearing is Babygate and Louis and Danielle and Harry being a womanizer or him going solo or Dunkirk. Like, it all gets old after a while. So just hearing stuff about about Niall and maybe even Liam sometimes. I think it's a nice change up and it's great. Okay, now let's look at other pictures, but instead it will be of Harry. All these pictures were pretty much of Harry on the Dunkirk set, and I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I'm looking at these pictures of Harry, he looks like all the other guys on the set, and maybe that's intentional because they're all trying to have this World War II look, but whenever I see all these guys on the boat, they all look like Harry. Like, I feel like I'm seeing hundreds of Harrys on the boat, which I'm not complaining about. I wish we could clone Harry. I wish everybody in the world was Harry because it would just be a better place. But no, he looks so good for having like dirt on his face, like holla. And as I said again, if you want to see an Instagram video of Harry shaking his ass on the Dunkirk boat, it is linked on my Twitter. But just seeing all these pictures makes me just want to see the movie right now. There was this new picture of him. Obviously, he's wearing a beanie. But if you guys look at this picture, he looks more bulked up. And I'm not sure if the movie is making him work out or if Harry's just working out on his own. I know Harry's running. We see him all the time out on the streets running with his little ass. But running doesn't make you look broad. Harry looks like he has broad shoulders in this picture, so it actually looks like he's weightlifting. I mean, maybe it's the picture, I don't know, but Harry definitely does look a little bit more masculine. Maybe it's because we're not used to this look. We're used to seeing Harry in like patterned shirts, his long hair, and now Harry's just wearing like regular t-shirts and a beanie. He does look more buff. He's even growing a little facial hair out. I'm not sure if Harry's going for this look for the movie or if he's just doing it for himself. Either way, it looks great. Okay, so after all those beautiful pictures of Niall and his girlfriend and seeing Harry on the Dunkirk set, now we're going to transition over to Daniel Walton again because he seems to be tweeting all the time. He just can't get off Twitter. So Daniel says, the level of abuse I've received, it's nothing short of humorous. You'll all be proved wrong next year. 1D is back. Again, trying to get attention. And it's weird how he sees this abuse humorous. But I mean, he did bring it on himself. I'm glad he finds it humorous. This person also asked if Zayn will be returning with One Direction, and he does a 100 emoji, meaning yes. Again, how does he know? I really doubt Zayn will be returning with One Direction personally. And then here's the tweet that really set me off. Okay, so he says, sleep with Harry Styles because let's face it, everyone else has. The first time I read this tweet, I like didn't think anything of it, but then I read it again and I was like, wait, I just missed what he just said. He just implied that Harry is a womanizer. Harry's been getting this womanizing image since 2010, and just the fact that he brought that back. So yeah, he didn't outright say, oh, Harry's a womanizer, but just the fact that he said, let's face it, everyone else has slept with him. He's just saying that Harry has slept with basically everybody in the world, 410 women or something. Now, obviously, maybe he was just joking, but it wasn't really a joke. But yeah, he just outright called Harry a whore. Harry is my idol, and I don't appreciate that. So I would suggest, guys, if you don't want to see anything from him, just block him or remove him, do something. Don't even bother commenting at him because it just makes him feel more powerful. Speaking of bullshit and making Harry Styles look bad, this article says Harry Styles stands between Kendall Jenner, Taylor Swift friendship, Louis Tomlinson set on rumor-mongering comedian by One Direction fans. It's talking about all the Twitter drama with Daniel Walton, and it was talking about Louis being spotted on the Dunkirk set, but mainly it was talking about how Taylor Swift and Kendall Jenner aren't really friends, and Taylor Swift didn't invite Kendall to her party or whatever because it would be awkward because of Harry Styles. And seriously, all her songs are probably written about this. I'm sure she'll have some future songs about the whole Kendall, Harry, and her drama. But yeah, seriously, she's like, I dated Harry, and just the fact that you did and broke up with him and then I broke up with him, we just don't want anything to do with each other. I mean, like, I get it, but is it really necessary? But I don't really care about Taylor and Kendall. I mean, Harry doesn't really hang out with him anyway. I'm sure Harry could care less. Okay, now on to Louis. Okay, so we all know that Louis is going to be on America's Got Talent Tuesday or Wednesday, and he's going to be on for an episode or two. So not only is Louis promoting himself on AGT, but he's also promoting some other artists via Twitter, which is really nice of him, you'd think. So basically, this says, Louis was sweet enough to tweet this and give this random artist some really valuable promo. So Louis tweets, today at Tea in the Park on BBC intro stage, 6:45 p.m. IMB Charlotte will be performing, really cool vibe. Then it says this, and then of course said artist had to expose how nasty they are by liking a comment suggesting she give him singing lessons and fishing for Harry's phone number. Really? This has happened before. Louis has in the past promoted artists, whether that be on X Factor, America's Got Talent, or just somewhere else, and he said, oh, they're such a good singer, I hope they win in the final rounds, blah blah blah, just giving them some really good promo or just even being a nice person. And then that person will tweet Louis back and insult his voice, the person he is, and his talent. And I don't even understand that. Why would you insult someone who just basically gave you promo and gave you a compliment? I will never understand this, and it always happens to Louis. I don't know if they're doing this because they know Louis the drama starter of the group or the sassy one, but that's still no excuse. And that's why we got hashtags trending that said respect Louis, 6 years since Louis' audition, and then we also got a hashtag that said Louis has a beautiful voice. I mean, maybe those hashtags weren't because of that incident, but it just proves that we come together as a fandom and show Louis how beautiful he is, whether that be him as a person or his singing. I mean, I think out of anyone in the group, Louis really needs to be reminded that he is beautiful inside and out. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today. If I missed anything, I'll just mention it in my next video. Also, if I missed anything, please leave it down below. And like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.